The first generation of Haradas, Yujiro and Shio, came from Japan's Kumamoto Prefecture and were married in Hawaii in 1907. As with all first-generation immigrants, they worked very hard at various jobs. Eldest child Marian was born in Honolulu, followed by twins Walter and Kenneth, and more children. The Harada family settled in Wahiawa after several moves back and forth to Honolulu. Marian, from the start, was born to be an entrepreneur. She quit school at age 12 to attend a sewing school in Honolulu for 1 year, then returned home to help her mother when Margaret was born in 1929. After working at a Schofield laundry service for 5 years, Marian took a night job at Sukiyaki Inn in Wahiawa as a waitress.
So as far as I know, it started probably in the late 30s, mid to late 30s at Sukiyaki Inn. And this was like a Simon Stand hot dog that patronized to local and military. And it was located on Kane Street, which is the upper part of Wahiawa.
Go-getter Marian also took a job at Kemo'o Farms restaurant near Schofield Barracks for 8 months to educate herself about table etiquette and the restaurant business. In 1935, the Harada family was given the opportunity to buy Sukiyaki Inn. Marian promised to work the rest of her life to help pay for the loans her mother took on. Just 20 years old, Marian tirelessly managed the operations, and her parents worked long hours in running the restaurant, as well as getting invaluable help from younger siblings who gave up going to high school to support the family business.
My father, my auntie, my uncle, and I think my other uncle only went up to 9th grade, and they started working already. Yeah. Whereas my younger of the Harada family, the nieces, were able to finish high school. After a while, like in their mid-20s, I assume they got their own jobs because they had a little more education than the rest.
Motivated by an idea from GIs at Schofield, Marian opened an outdoor skating rink in 1938 at the Mango Street property in Wahiawa, only to close it down when World War II broke out. Not one to remain idle, Marian operated Dot's Drive-In, which was named after her favorite sister Dorothy on the same property. It was full speed ahead for Marian from here on as Hawaii grew rapidly in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. In 1980, she built a spacious first-class kitchen behind Dot's for her catering business. Along the way, there was also a vegetable supply business, small markets, nightclubs, a venture in Haleiwa, and finally, Marian's Catering. As the years went by, Marian wanted her nephew, James Harada, to come home from the mainland to run the family business. He was a partner at a successful accounting firm, but she coaxed him to agree after initial reluctance, and James returned in 1981 to provide new leadership and energy for the Harada's ventures.
We cater good food.
A great growth opportunity for the Haradas came in 1998, when they were awarded the contract to manage the Manoa Grand Ballroom at the Japanese Cultural Center of Hawaii.
For their celebration, we cook good food, and it's simple to say that we cater to you every day. We cater good food, we cater to you. Marian's Catering.
James's son Scott joined the operations after he finished school. Interestingly, he majored in philosophy rather than a more traditional field of study in business.
So I did try to be an accountant for about 2.5 years, but you know, the numbers and actually the auditing component of becoming a CPA really didn't jive with me. I like to give people benefit of the doubt, and I like that more spirit of it, so it really didn't jive with me. And I guess that's why I went over to philosophy.
Through the years, Dots in Wahiawa built a very loyal customer base and has changed recently, opening up the restaurant for community events.
The recent offerings of music and entertainment, especially in the dining room, which is of no charge, they can just come and have a dinner and enjoy the music and comedy and different types of things, is kind of more my baby and my spirit of wanting to provide something for our community that typically we've had to go out into town to experience. You know, locally we have a lot of costs that are rising on us rapidly in the last few years, but you know, just adapting to the perceptions of what folks want and desire is one of the challenges that we have. I kind of liken it to sort of like taking a Model T Ford and pushing it forward and making it into a Tesla.
When they gave me a call and said, would you like to be our generation family business this year? And I was speechless.
We are very humbled and honored to be nominated and then selected for this award. We would like to thank the Japanese Chamber of Commerce for this honor and for the great work that they do for the Japanese culture and community in Hawaii as well.
It's the same thing my aunt wished for, is to continue the business as a family business.
The Honolulu Japanese Chamber of Commerce is proud to recognize the Harada family as the recipient of this year's Generational Award and wishes them much continued success in the years to come.